Hello everyone. Today's session is completely dedicated for people who want to pursue product management as a career, either as an APM or an intern. So this session is completely breaking down the product management basics and help you to land on a particular internship or an APM position. Cool, let's begin. So let me rephrase again. This session is completely dedicated for people who want to pursue product management as a career, either starting as an intern or an APM position. So in this session, what we are trying to do, we are going through a couple of topics. So in index, I am mentioning it. We are going for introduction to product management. Then we are going for a role of a product manager, what a product manager do in day-to-day life, and how the basics principle of product management. Then different type of product manager. Uh, There are general product manager, design product manager. So we are getting into little more detail on that and career roadmap of a product manager. Let's say if you are starting from an intern and if you are landing on a CPO, how that complete journey, so what are the hierarchy, so that is also something which we are trying to cover here. Then we are discussing the framework which is help you to land on an internship. So let's say for example there are 100 of CVs and hiring manager receiving, so how you can stand out from the rest, that is something which we are discussing here. And then we are briefly touching the product management interview framework. We are not getting into detail there because there are 15 framework which is help you to approach different questions. Let's say there are problem solving questions, there are questions for product improvement, there are questions for estimation. So we are not getting into too much detail there, but we will be mentioning the basics there. And in upcoming sessions we are dedicatedly planning for breaking down the interview framework. So and finally we are help you to understand the portfolio importance, so how the portfolio help you to land on a product management internship or an APM position. Because again I am saying, let's say there are 100 people are applying for a particular role, so rather than CV, what you can showcase your skill is through portfolio. So how portfolio is important, that is something also we are discussing here. So introduction to product management, we are starting that particular topic. So who is product manager, or what is a product manager do? Let's take a very basic example. So we are all familiar with Flipkart. Let's say Flipkart in back 2015 they want to introduce a grocery module. So as it's a large organization, for a particular feature or that particular module assigned to a new product manager. Say you are one among that product manager in Flipkart, you are assigned for creating a in new module for grocery delivery. Let's say how you can do that, or what is the basics you have to follow for that. So in this complete briefing, what we are trying to do, we are help you to understand what is a product manager do, irrespective of large, medium, small organization. So as a PM, you are assigned for a particular problem statement. In this case, you have to solve the grocery delivery problem. Let's say in different cases, let's say in Zomato, food delivery is something, the problem which is assigned to you. So you have to solve that. So for further clarity, in a small startup, we might be solving in a very one single line problem, or in a larger organization we are breaking down to this particular problem into multiple subunit, and there are different product managers assigned to solving this. The given example in Flipkart, we want to introduce a grocery delivery module which is 10-minute grocery delivery. How we can do that? So a particular product manager is assigned for that task. Then he will be starting from a market research. So as a PM, his task or his or her task is to deliver 10-minute groceries. So this is the problem statement, or this is something which we are trying to solve here. So the product manager, first of all, understanding the market. So they will be studying with the complete market, how potential is the market or how big is the market. So technically we call it as a market research. Okay. So market research is happening. So the potential of the market, the total addressable market, and where we can start this module, whether it is in a metro cities or whether it is in a tier 2, tier 3 cities. So the complete understanding will be taken care by the market research. So either product manager or that product manager unit will take care of it, or there will be a separate team for market research. He or she will be collaborating with that market research team to understand this complete ability to take that market. Good. So this is how the initial stage of that particular introduction of grocery module in Flipkart. Then after understanding the market potential, there will be a pilot or a prototype they have to create. I mean, they as in the product managers to create. So there is no point of building a heavy application and trying out in a market with a heavy engineering cost. So it's an experiment. So we will be, they might be going for very trial and error method. I'm using they he because for a comfortable of communication. So here I will, going forward, I will try to mention PM. PM is something simplifying product manager. Cool. Okay, so the PM will be trying to understand the market first. Once understanding the market, the next immediate step is try out a prototype, either prototype or an MVP. So there are case to case, we will club and review this as a single. But prototype is something, the conceptualization. So in upcoming detailed subject understanding, we are covering this session as well. So here's for simplifying, we are using MVP, minimum viable product. So after understanding the market, the product manager has to work with the design team to build the design for that particular module. Okay, so the design team will be creating the design for that. So they will be starting from wireframe, which is a very basic, and low fidelity, then high fidelity. So low fidelity is the design which is in not having the branding colors or anything, but it will be communicating what exactly the product look like in a not a visually appealing manner. But high fidelity is something that exactly the product, how after development, how the product look like, that is something in high fidelity. So after collaborating with designing team, then they will be going to tech team, which is technology team, to build that particular application. Okay, so tech will be help you to build that particular application as per the design. Plus the design is not only enough, there will be a complete document creation is also happening, which technically we call it as product requirement document. So the tech will be building that product. After building the product, the marketing team, they will create the GTM, go to market strategy, and make the PR, announce this product is something is available in the market. So they will be creating the complete promotions and branding of this particular module. So through the sales team, in this case, direct sales is not required, but there are SaaS products. Let's say fresh sales is one among the SaaS product. So SaaS product, the sales team is required. So sales team is collaborating with the sales team for selling that product. And in this market research, I want to highlight one point. They definitely go through the customer journey or customer understanding. Market research is not only just understanding the data, which include the qualitative and quantitative data, which again include understanding the customers pain point and talking to the customers, getting the research, user research, all part will be including that. So if every other unit is doing all this different set of work, then what exactly the product manager do, what exactly the PM do, you might doubt. So PM is the center responsibility for holding all this department, and they are the thinker for this. If the product is successful, if the product is failed, the thinkers will be in responsible. So product manager, someone who is completely responsible for this. Let me repeat again. Even this multiple unit will be doing different tasks, collaborating with them and align with a particular vision. The product manager is the key holder of all this task which is functioning independently. So someone who control, monitor, help, put the direction for all this task. And the highlight point here it is, the product manager don't have the authority, they can influence only. Let's say if the vision is something delivering 10-minute grocery, the product manager can help and educate and collaborate for this particular vision. He or she can't demand because they don't have the authority. So it's work. This is how work in every organization, or the basics of product management. So let me read through the lines. Product management is responsible for developing and launching the successful product. Key responsibility include market research, defining product features, coordinating cross functions, and finally essential skills including strategy thinking, communication, and customer centric. This is very, very, very thin liner, but there is a detailed explanation which I give the right side. Cool. This is how product management as a basics work. So let me get into, as a product manager, how you do it. Even though I explained through the writings, I will be reiterating again. So let me read the lines for you. Product manager play a vital, pivotal role in driving the success of the product. They are responsible for defining the product strategy, prioritizing features, and guiding and developing the process. Product managers act as a bridge between customers, stakeholders, and development teams, ensuring the product meets customer needs, achieving the business objective. So let me further simplify. This is not something which different. As I explained the same thing. So there will be a problem statement. So there will be a problem statement assigned to you. So which will be help us for achieving a business objective, and you as a PM, you will be collaborating with multiple teams like tech, marketing. So you as a PM, you will be collaborating with multiple teams: tech, marketing, sales, business analyst, and even I mean many teams. All the combination, depending upon the organization, this will be differ. And you are the one who prioritizing. You are the one who going for strategic thinking. You are the one who helping for the inlining the development. So you are the complete control of that particular product, how it drive towards the mission. So you will be working with all this unit by prioritizing the feature, prioritizing everything. You will be the one who helping to reach that particular business objective. So now we are, I hope this part is clear. And now we are moving for a different type of product managers. So there are, even though you as a intern or you as an APM, you can start. I would suggest, not recommend, I would suggest, if you having a very generalist skill set, you can start as a general PM. So the general PM includes whatever the task which I, whatever the brief which I given in the previous slides. This is something as a general PM you do. But if you are going further, if you want to go for a very specialization, so this specialization which I mentioned here, it is not limited to only this. There are multiple specialization product managers available. I will be just giving a one or two additional example than what I mentioned here. So technical, I will read through the lines because it's pretty straightforward. Then we can get into a little briefing of what is what additional is there apart from what mentioned here. So technical product manager, they possess a strong technical background and work closely with the engineering team to develop complex software or technology product. So one example here, it is a high functioning AI engine for solving climate problems. So heavily loaded technical understanding is required, and for that particular complex engineering is required. So here technical product manager is more relevant than a general product manager. Marketing product manager, they focus on marketing aspects of a product including market research, product positioning, pricing and promotional strategies. So this is completely for marketing. Let's say after creating a product, how they can take into market. Even though they are very closely working with the marketing, the job roles same. You may feel same, but it's not actually same because there are, let's say, the pricing and promotional strategies, which marketing may suggest X, but the product manager, with the help of understanding the product and the features, they know better how to uh, strategize that promotion strategies and all. Then UX product manager, UX bar product design manager, they emphasize user experience and design, working closely with UI UX design to create intuitive and visually appealing product. So they are more focused on how the product visually appealing. So let's say in a website case, how the user experience should be, how the user flow should be. So there is a complete focus on UI UX part. Then growth product manager again focusing, they specialize in driving user acquisition, retention and revenue growth through data driven marketing strategies and optimization. Let me further simplify. Let's say there are 100 customers coming for a particular website. So how they can retain that customers, how they can make the revenue out of that customers, and how we can achieve a new customer base. This is completely focusing for growth product marketing manager. Now business product manager, this is a little interesting. The they take a strategic approach, analyzing the market trend, competitor and customer insight to guide product roadmap and business decisions. So this is something closely working business team, and how the business should function, they will operate based on that. And this, most of the time, this product manager will be responsible for the P&L, profit and loss. E-commerce product manager, they are specializing in managing optimizing product in for online retail platforms, let's say Amazon, Flipkart. So they are completely focused on e-commerce product managers. Then general product manager is nothing but they oversee the entire product management process, from defining the product vision, guiding cross-functional teams and ensuring the successful product launches. They possess a broad skill set and excel in strategic thinking and leadership. So as I mentioned, this general PM is more involved in as a total view of all these product managers. So you may start as a general product manager. Over a course of time of your career, you may specializing in tech or business or X or Y or Z. So that's how you are specializing. Now I will going to explain. I'm going to explain career roadmap of a product. Now I am going to explain career roadmap of a product manager. So let me start from intern. So you start as an intern, then you are going for an APM, then PM, then SPM, then leadership, team lead or lead, then VP, then director, then CPO. So this is how the task, I mean, hierarchy involved. Again, we are starting from APM and landing on a chief product officer CPO role. So how we can do that? So how, what are the different level of expertise, different level of job you are doing in during all this transition phase? So let me read through it. Associate product manager, which is an entry level role, of course. After internship or without internship, you are landing on an APM role. It's mostly involved learning from expert, which is senior managers or from higher authorities, as well as this task involved mostly in a supporting manner, which means you seek help, guidance from your higher authorities, and you will be involving the market research, requirement gathering, and design discussion. But your role is mostly assisting the higher managers. But once you move from APM role to product manager, which is PM role, here you are responsible for end to end of a particular product or a division of particular module. So let's say Flipkart is a total product where you must be handling a search module, where you must be handling in a catalog module. So in a PM role or in a particular product management role, if you are in a product manager, you must be handling a end-to-end product or you must be handling in a particular module of that product depending upon the organization. So responsible for end-to-end management of a product or a product line. So you must be almost involving the creating of a roadmap, prioritizing features, and collaborating with the engineering teams and other stakeholders. So product managers, you will be getting the real pain and enjoyment of what actually a product managers do. Now moving from product managers to a senior product manager, which is SPM. In SPM, this role involves handling the junior team, which is product managers and APM, which will be, you must be in a mentoring role as well. So as a PM, you must be having a multiple reportees, including APM, PM, and others. So this is more sort of a strategic responsibility. So rather than involving this daily sprint meeting, rather than involving day-to-day tasks, you must be in a position where mostly involving in strategic thinking and aligning with a larger vision and mentoring the junior teams. Now, after moving from SPM, the next role is product lead. As a product lead, you will be having SPMs. Under SPM, you will be having APMs, PMs, and multiple SPMs. So, this is again involving overall product strategy. Let's say in again Flipkart, someone handling Flipkart search module, someone handling catalog module, someone handling the search optimization module. So this entire different product managers reporting to you. So you will be setting total vision for that particular product and product initiative, and this entire team will be reporting to you. So you will be the driver of the thought and the vision and the team lead particularly. Then again moving to head of product, there are organization, the product lead and head of product will be club and merged and defined as a single unit. Depending upon the organization hierarchy level, you can see this again varies. Product lead 1, product lead 2, like that. So head of product again, uh, you will be more than product, you will be responsible to achieve business goal with the team, with the product vision, with the strategy. You will be more responsible to achieve business goal. So you will be responsible for entire department and the strategic decision and all. If it's a SaaS product or a product led organization, you will be the single point of contact, or you are the single point of authority among all these teams to drive towards business goal. Then again, it will move to VP of product. It's an executive role closely working for the C-suite. Here again, uh, you must be seeing that strategic decision across all the leads. So higher the authority or the higher the hierarchy, you will be less involving in feature prioritization, the designs. You will be more focusing on with this investment, with this engineering investment, with this design investment, how you can achieve that particular business goal. So higher the hierarchy, higher the unit, you will be more involving on achieving the business goal rather than involving the day-to-day operation, task management, the basic stuffs. So after head of product, you will be leaving to VP of product. I mean, moving to VP of product, which is an executive role, closely working with the CEO. I mean, C-suite. Then the director of product. Then chief product officer. So, as I said, once you reach in CPO level, you are the one who completely responsible for all the product activities or product end-to-end product stuff in that particular organization. This is the highest rank which is in that particular organization. Here the more focus in the PNL rather than anything. If the organization involved a product led organization or product driven organization, you are the single point responsible for all the PNL. Cool. So this is a very basic brief. So don't focus on this the line here in between, just simplifying the from APM to CPO level. While the journey involves the less amount of work which you are doing in terms of day-to-day task, so rather than the feature prioritization, all sort of things, once you move to higher authority, you will be less involved in that, but the quality of decision what you make is depending upon the entire product in that particular organization. Okay, cool. Then the very interesting part of this session, framework for landing internship in a product management. You must be waiting for this particular module. So let's say if I am getting a thousands of CVs for an internship role, how a hiring manager must be prioritizing that? What is a tool or what is the mode they are using for the prioritization? Or how you can stand out from the rest? This is something very important here. So I will principle how we can do that. Just shortlist 50 companies, the 50 companies you want to work with. It start from MNCs to startup, irrespective of MNC to startup. Just shortlist the companies where you are possibly in future. After shortlisting the companies, connect all the people, especially in product role or involving the decision making role, connect with them, which means you can connect from APM to CPO in that particular organization, and the talent acquisition, which means HR, and the C-suite level. So you can connect all the people, which is either should be a decision maker, or they are in the product department. So you are in a pool of people in your network. They can they will be help you in future or possibly help you in future with the opportunity either directly or indirectly. So keep that pool. Let me rephrase again. Let's say for example, a day morning, if I am log into my LinkedIn and the messages and the feed, everything which I am getting people who I want to work in possibly in future. So I will be in that area, so I am never missed out any opportunity. Okay. After that, create a digital CV. Use Notion. Notion is a software. It's a SaaS product again. It's a new way of digitalizing the document. It's a pretty good tool. www.notion.com. You can use that. By using that particular tool, create a digital CV, because think about in this case downloading a CV, checking that. Download, use Notion. Why? Because downloading a CV which is in PDF format and getting the insight from that, then connecting that particular, clicking the copy pasting that LinkedIn and connecting through the Gmail, everything is pretty boring nowadays, or pretty time taking. I must be saying that it's rather than it's a boring, it's a time taking task. If you do that in a Notion and put all the links, put all the Gmail, so it's easy for someone to, okay, this is a candidate which I'm looking for. Here his or her contact details. Just click that and you can directly, they can directly reach out to you, either through LinkedIn or either through the platform. I will definitely showcasing how the Notion CV should be in upcoming sessions. Now, build a portfolio using no code. No code is a one of the fascinating tool where you can showcase your ideas very easily. What I meant by that, let's say no code is something, let's say if you get a one idea or you want to try it and test or something, rather than using the entire engineering bandwidth or just using their bandwidth, as a someone who are skilled enough, they can do in that. One of the very basic tool is software. It's a very simplifying the concept and it's easy to learn. Do that, build a portfolio on that. How the portfolio should be, we'll be discussing further. Let me rephrase the entire concept once again. Once I all Let me rephrase the entire concept again. Let's say after doing all this, I'm in a stage where I connected with 500 plus people, which means product managers, C-suite, talent acquisition managers, which is HR, and I am in a stage where I am sounded with or flooded with people who are already where I want to work in future. And I have a digital CV which is created in Notion. Someone who can reach out to me, they can reach out to me very easily. And I am in a position where I can showcase my portfolio. In my portfolio, I am using a particular tool which again emphasizing my skills of that particular tool. In my portfolio, I solved multiple case studies, multiple problem statement. So I'm showing my skills in that particular portfolio. No one need to ask, okay, this type of problem statement you solved, this type of problem statement, as I'm showcasing that, everyone should know this is the candidate who is ideal for me. And one is case study, second is PM questions, then if possible showcase a product end to end. What I meant by that, it's again a story way of telling something. One of any simple application, you don't need to go for a crazy ideas. Get some existing ideas in the market, create from 0 to 1 and 1 to n, possibly imaginary. What I meant by that, from the documentation, which means market research. I will get into this detailed part in upcoming session. This is just a basic which I am briefing how the portfolio should be or the SaaS product should be. If you try to explain rather than very written way, let's say if I know Figma, this is one of the tool. If I mention this Figma in my digital CV, the candidate know Figma. But how, as a hiring manager, how do I know that? How can I make sure that this candidate know Figma? So rather than just giving the doubt there, if you are using that Figma for a particular task and if you're showcasing that in a design in your portfolio, it very, you are making sure that it's very evident that the candidate know that. So let's say I'm taking a application for table booking in a cafe. Okay. So this is the problem statement which I am solving. I understand the market need. So I do a market research. So that documentation will be there. I imaginarily I speak to few people, the user persona and user research will be there. Then I will be creating PRD, which is product requirement document. Then I am creating the wireframe and designs. So here I will be using Confluence. I will get into this very detail in upcoming session. This is just to understand how potential this framework is. Here I am using Figma and similar tools. Also, after this, I will try to do this with any of the no-code tool, possibly Software or Bubble. I will use that. So I will I will tell this as a step. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I do this in a this journey in my portfolio, this is good enough for someone to land on an internship or an APM role. By saying that, I am winding up today's session. Next session, we will be discussing the PM interviews and getting into much more about internship portfolio creation. Thank you.